Hi everyone, this is Herbalist Natalie and we are here in my house, in my bathroom, and we are going to be talking about facial massage tonight. And this is one of my favorite things that I've been doing for quite some time now. And this is a great thing to do at the end of the day. You could do it every day, you could do it a few times a week. It just kind of depends on whatever your routine is. So today was kind of a rare day. I actually wore makeup, which is not something I have done really much, especially since COVID. But I'm gonna wash my face and then I will be right back. And in case you're wondering, I'm gonna be using the Decadent Silky Cream that we make, and that's gonna be to remove my makeup. I am out of our micellar water, so I'm gonna be using this. And I'm not going to be exfoliating my face with either something scrubby or any type of acid. It's just not that day for me. So I'm going to be using this to take my makeup off. And then, as we talked about, the refining cleanser, which will be changing to the Flawless Jojoba cleanser here pretty shortly. Okay, so I'll see you shortly. Okay, I'm back. So makeup is now off and I am going to start with a toner. So I love our moisturizing hyaluronic toner, and I find that the spray is a little too much to put directly on my face. So actually what I do is I just spray a few sprays into my hand and then gently pat it on the face, and then I focus on any areas that I feel are a little bit in need of some attention. So of course it's the forehead, in between here, and then I will get right under my eyebrows also, and gently under the eyes as well. So the biggest thing is no tugging. So we just want to gently massage, and also at the end I kind of like to just almost push it in the face. And so then I love our Ageless Beauty Serum, so I never go without it, even when I'm doing massage. So I'm just going to use my pump of Ageless Beauty Serum, and I always mix it in between both hands and then dab it again on the most important areas of my face. And then I'm going to start by making circles here and kind of windshield wipers, start warming up the skin a little bit. And you'll notice I leave my index fingers up when I'm actually doing this part. And primarily that is because we use our index fingers for a lot of things, especially now, like in the phone. Typically we use our index finger to type, to search, to scroll, and then the mouse also scrolling, clicking, all of those types of things. So I don't want to make the mistake of accidentally tugging on my face. So yeah, so we're just gonna kind of massage that in gently, get the face nice and warmed up. Okay, so here's now where the fun part happens. So now we're actually going to do the massage. I'm sorry, I forgot my neck. I can't believe I did that. I guess that's what happens when I talk. So it's very important to do the neck as well as the décolleté. And I'm sure everybody who watches our videos knows that I'm an open heart survivor. So I have quite a massive scar here. I've had 2 heart surgeries, and it didn't heal very well, and the incision was actually open, so it healed from the bottom out, which is why it looks so wide. It's not a keloid or anything. So, all right, now that I have that in, I'm going to use, I think today I decided instead of Love My Face, I'm going to use our Adore My Face. And the Adore My Face has a base of argan oil with some beautiful essential oils and some evening primrose, which is great for underneath the eyes. So I'm going to start with this. So I see in a lot of videos people drop it on their face, but that would, knowing me, get in my eyes and kind of a little bit here and there, and I don't want to do that. So I'm actually going to put it in my hands. And I usually focus on the tips of my fingers, sort of in that area, so that I don't waste a bunch of product inside the middle of my hand. So I'm going to just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. And then here we go. So same thing, I'm going to apply this in these areas. And Then I'm gonna put extra on my chin area, which is where I do the majority of my massage. I have quite a double chin that I really don't like. So this is where I do a lot of focusing. Also marionette lines, which are the lines that go here, kind of run in my family. And this is where I like to start my massage. So I'm just gonna kind of move this product around a little. And then I'm gonna start focusing on the marionette line. So we have this depressor muscle here. And if you put your hands here and frown, you can kind of feel it, how it moves up. And so that makes a tight muscle. So in certain areas, we want kind of more firmness and the muscle to hold tight. But in other areas, we want to almost stretch and relax the muscle. So the more that you get this tight, the more these marionette lines happen. So you can kind of see, you know, when you frown, it starts here. And so that's definitely something I want to avoid for sure. So almost like we do in massaging muscles, you know, I'm sure if you've had a massage before, you've seen them do the technique where they hold and push to kind of elongate things. So we're going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to use these two fingers actually, and I'm going to relax my jaw, and then I put my fingers here, and then I'm going to massage in an upward fashion in kind of like this little triangle area here. And I'm going to do it 3 times, each time walking it out. And so it's important to relax the jaw also because you want the muscle to relax. And so, okay, here we go. Okay, so those are my 3 starts. So now I'm going to do that 3 times altogether. And actually, I did it 4 times because it felt so good. So that's a great way to start working on these lines. So you'll notice I used pressure, but not enough pressure to actually like move the skin so that it causes tugging, because that's definitely something we don't want. So the other thing now is if you're prone to jowls in your family, or if you have jowls, there's actually a bunch of lymph nodes right here. And sometimes the jowly part not only comes from age, of course, but can come from lymphatic congestion. And I think a really wonderful way of massaging this area can either be with your fingertips, and you can start this way and just do massaging gently. So the lymphatic system is right underneath the skin, so we don't need to massage like a muscle, and you want to go all the way back. And so you can do that. And some people find this actually to be quite painful, especially if they have lymphatic congestion. When I first started, I thought it was also painful, but now I just love it. So, but the way that I like it, and the way that I was taught, is actually you make sort of like claw hands. And so like bunny rabbits, and then bring them down. And these will sort of be your massaging tools. And so you want to start it here, a little bit outside of the marionette line, or right where the marionette line is. And then you want to pull back, but again, not enough tugging the skin, and not necessary to go super deep because it's focusing on a lymphatic system. So bunny fingers, and I do this 36 times. So here we go. $25. And 36. So that sort of helps with that. Actually, it doesn't sort of, it does help with that lymphatic drainage right here. And so that's the bottom part of our massage. Now, the other thing is also we get those lovely smile lines, which we should be proud of because that means we're smiling. But crow's feet also are not my favorite thing in the world on myself. And so to help sort of relax this muscle and break up sinus congestion, there's a really great move where you use your knuckles. And so there's a bone right, oh my gosh, I was really tugging. There's a bone right here. And so you want to get underneath that notch. And it can be a little bit painful, so don't push too hard. But you want to get underneath that notch and then just shake your hands back and forth. So very gently, about 10 seconds, give or take. And so a lot of people find this to be extremely painful. So don't push hard, just gentle. But as you can see, it's relaxing that muscle right here. And so we really want to relax, 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 especially since it's sleepy time now. So, all right, so that's probably about 10 seconds. Now in this area, I do, as you see, a lot of upward motions, and this is where I really love my rose quartz tool. So it's very important that this stays clean. You don't want to have bacteria on here and then move it around. So I have a bottle of pure alcohol here, and I'm just gonna spray this, and then I have a nice clean rag I'm just gonna dry it off with. Okay. So on this, you can see there's two different sizes. This side I like to use for larger surfaces, and this area I like to use for smaller surfaces, as well as underneath the eye. So the idea is you want to gently roll it against the skin. And when it's cold, it feels so good too. So I'm going to start with my small end and kind of work this area up and out. So enough that you can feel it, but not so much that you're pushing really hard, because then you'll make funny movements with your face as well, and those add to lines. So I love going underneath my eyebrows. You just have to be careful to avoid the eye, obviously. I just think this feels so good. If anybody else suffers from migraines out there, I'm sure you can agree. So I also like to use a rolling back and forth motion. And since we're getting closer to the forehead now, I'm going to rub this way. So our muscles in our forehead go up, 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 up. And so we want to, and then you get lines here. So I actually go down over here to kind of relax the hairline. And sometimes I also rub back and forth, slowly moving, almost like skin brushing down the side of the face here. And that feels really, really nice too. And so I'm going to do the same thing on this side here. And then I'm going to move to under eyes. And so here I'm going to just gently roll up and down. I sleep on my face, so I get lines right here. I have two fairly prominent lines right here. And so I like to focus on those as well. And I go both ways for this, but very gentle. You definitely don't want to tug your under eye area. That's a very, very thin part of the skin. And so it needs to be treated with a lot of care. So we go back and forth, and now I'm going to do it on this side as well. Okay, and then just for circulation purposes, I also like to do my nose. Don't want to leave my nose out. And I just go back and forth, side to side. Just help with some circulation. Okay, and now I'm going to do the cheek area, and also where we did the massage on the lower part of the jaw. So I'm going to roll it along here, and then I'm going to gently go up the side of the face also. And I'm using kind of back and forth motions. You can kind of see the skin moving around there, but not very hard pressure. This I also find helps to kind of move the product into your face, which is also something nice, as opposed to just leaving it on the top of the skin. It's massaging it in. So same thing on this side. I'm gonna go up and down. And it's still cold, so it feels really, really nice. Especially now my face is starting to get warm from the work that we've been doing. on our faces. So, okay, so that's pretty much it for the roller on the face. So we will come back and do the neck also. And then in this area, I always focus on up and out. So as you can see, if you just go up, you start creating lines again. So delicately up and out, and then moving out, out, out. So now a lot of the product has sunk in my face, and it feels really, really good, actually. So if you're a smoker, you may want to focus on this area too, or if you drink out of a straw, so you've got that little area here, then I would use the small part as well and gently roll out. So we can do that. And since we already focused on the marionette lines, I'm not going to do much to my chin, but we can if you want to. If you want a little extra care, then use the small tip and back and forth again. And so you can kind of see my face is starting to get a lot of color. So you got all that blood flow going, which feels really nice. And also my face is starting to feel a lot more relaxed. So next part is the neck. And we also have large muscles here that can also pull down on the face. And so again, with those marionette lines. So I'm going to start at the bottom and gently work my way up. And so again, it's just back and forth motions and down and up. And there's really not a wrong way to do this. I think a lot of it just has to do what feels good to you also. So and that feels really nice to me. So I'm just going to go up and down. Up and down. And that feels really nice. I'll come back one more time. All right. That feels good. And then I'm just going to do a little bit on this area as well, and just to get that blood flow going again. And this area I do a lot quicker. The skin is a lot thicker here also, so I feel like it can withstand a little bit more vigorous massaging. All right, so that feels really, really good. So now my face is warm, it is massaged. I'm gonna clean this before we forget. So again, I'm gonna wipe it off. So we don't want, if there is any bacteria on your face, you don't wanna bring it back on. So we'll leave it like that. And then in the last step, I like to use our Goddess Glow. The Goddess Glow has hyaluronic acid in it, and hyaluronic acid holds something crazy like 1,000 times its weight in water. And so it really helps to plump the skin up. It also has DMAE and MSM, which prevents the cross-linking of proteins, which is how kind of our skin gets saggy. MSM is also really great for red skin. And I usually typically have red cheeks anyway. So I love using this, and it smells really good. It's something I enjoy before bedtime. It makes my whole face smell nice, and it feels nice also. And I know I'm doing something really good for my skin. So with this, I only need maybe 1/4 to 1/2 pump. So not very much. And same thing again, I'm gonna dab in all the areas that are most important to me first. And then go in with just the index, or I'm sorry, the middle and forefinger, ring finger. My gosh, I can't think, I'm so relaxed. And same kind of thing, up and out. And then I'm going to get underneath my eyebrows as well. And work on the neck a little. On the décolleté. And then the last thing, I save it for last, are my ears. So your ears are really important to pay attention to as well. So I'm going to massage my ears nicely. Oh, it feels so good. And that's it. We got the entire face. Everything feels nice and firm and relaxed. And so I don't know if you can see the difference, but there's a lot of blood flow going on. And I've noticed this area right here, even almost instantly, has a little bit of a lift because I really just was focusing a lot on that area tonight. And my skin feels really moisturized. If you live in Arizona, this is a constant problem that we have here. So by doing the massage, you're really giving a chance for the product to really settle in. If you feel like it is a little too oily for you, you can always take a clean towel and wipe your face or pat your face. You could even use a paper towel. That works really well too. And yeah, so now I'm ready for bed, and tomorrow I will do a really quick video on how I do my morning massage, which is a lot shorter than my nighttime massage. Anybody that knows me knows that I am late to everything. So I have to always go quickly and move fast in the morning. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that this helps with anybody who is looking to start off doing facial massage. And I hope this helps your skin as much as it has mine. Have a wonderful evening.